How about now? Let's see if the sound is working now. Apparently I hit the mute button. Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Today we're going to be doing some free readings. If you would like to skip the line, you can donate. The information for that is in the description. There is PayPal or there is Cash.app. One of the decks we brought out today was the Moonology messages deck. So we're going to be doing some messages for the new moon, which is coming up on the 1st. So in Scorpio. So Scorpio is about transformation. And we feel the rest of the month of November will be definitely about transformation. Saturn's going direct. Pluto's going into Aquarius. Those are two major planets that impact us, transformation, karma. So are you ready for major change in the next month? I hear transformation. So we're getting some cards for the general energy. And the first card out is let go of control, because everything's always happening in the right timing. And feel, don't think. So if you're being all up in your head and you're having any kind of thoughts of when it's going to happen, that actually pushes it away. So source, when it's the right time, bring it to me. And your body is like a book. And that is definitely true. I've been doing a lot more Reiki sessions recently, and I've been getting into so much stored energy. When I did yesterday, the person had it felt like almost like a snake wrapped around their throat. And it was an attachment, but it was an attachment because of a thought that person had and rethought it and thought it and thought it. And having that continual thought about it. And that was, as a child, we got having that thought causes a pattern, and then just it restricts our life. And over time that can literally cause an attachment. It was like an entity attachment. We helped with the facilitation of removing it. It wasn't me. I am just the conduit for the energy. Some archangels were there, source was there, Reiki was there. A lot went into that yesterday. So honestly, the rest of the day, I didn't do any other energy work the rest of the day because of that. So the energy is really strong right now. And then I was chatting with her this morning, and I'm like, I feel like there's something, the trauma is stuck in the shoulder up here. And I heard as soon as she pinpoints on that trigger, it releases it. So we were encouraging that person to, seek out what that trauma was. My guide Celia says, Chiron is super important. Anybody that watches my channel knows that. Chiron, it's the key symbol. My guide said it's the key symbol for a reason. It is key. It is the key to your inner child healing. I know for me, it's been super transformative in my path and in my journey. So as part of my work, because the thing you heal with that, the things you heal are the things you teach. So Chiron, really, I really started working on that part of my mission, and so much opened up for me, and my third eye is just going crazy right now. So and I see the 111 on the timer. I saw somebody post. So definitely strong energy right now. So if you're feeling, anyway, back around to that, if you're feeling a lot of thoughts coming in that aren't high vibration, pull your energy back and say, you know what? I release it. This is energy that's stored in my body that's trying to show me something. And what's it trying to show you? Because we store, if you have something that happens and you don't work through it, you just store it. Don't worry. It's going inside. The other day I was doing a Reiki session in person, and it was a young girl, but there was something so strong in her right knee. And it's we figured out what that was. So, and anyway, if you would like to book a Reiki session with me, we do have them on sale this week for $55. Regular $111 on sale for $55. If anybody would like to look at that, you can book at my website, crystal-intentions.com, which is also where we have our online crystal shop with new intention bracelets coming soon. And with all that said, apparently now we're going to get some cards. Okay, 8 of Wands. Messages are strong and ready about something brand new. Are you ready to feel that something brand new coming in for you? So we are going to get the underlying energy of the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands with the 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And with that, I feel like something is trying to come in for you, and I feel like you're trying to push something else. Sometimes we're trying to push our path forward. Like, okay, if I just get this one thing, I'm going to be happy. And if we really like take and savor where we're at, okay, I'm right here. What is this trying to show me? You know, what is the lesson and the blessing in this moment? Like, yeah, I might not be exactly where I want to be, but look how far I've come. And like, take a moment to really reflect between now and the full moon or the new moon in Scorpio and look and see the blessing of it. Because I feel like once you step into, you know, I am right where I need to be as this blessing, then at that moment, you're going to move forward. And then you're going to be this, you know, the 9 of Wands is sometimes, you know, that wounded warrior energy. But for me in this card, she's standing there being the beacon. Yeah, she's come through that really hard part. But guess what? She's standing there shining the light, holding it for others, because the only way you get to be strong and tough is through going through the situations that make you strong and tough. So it is part of the path. So just know, take a moment to be grateful at where you're at. Like my Reiki stuff has really opened up lately. And I'm like, I am so grateful for that. Like the service I'm being to other people, it just feels definitely like the natural path I'm supposed to be on. So the current energy, we get the 7 of Pentacles. What are you trying to grow? You know, the 6 of Cups, the energy from the past influences that, you know, the pain and, you know, I am doing Reiki and I have them on sale this week for $55. So, we're loving doing it. It's, definitely was part of my calling. I didn't really realize, I mean, that I went into physical therapy so I could learn I had something in my hands, and like I have opened back up to that path. And since I have opened back to that path, my path is open back for me. So anybody that feels held back, no, you're planting the seeds. Everything you've ever wanted is part of the thing to come. Like, you know what you do want, you know what you don't want. But no, that thing is coming around for a brand new beginning. We hear a new beginning is coming. The foundation is the 10 of Wands. 10s are about letting go. And, you know, that she's carrying a heavy burden. But you know what? She's taking her stuff and going somewhere else. And you know what? Where she's going is going to be to somewhere where it's not such a burden. And I feel like that can happen really easily just by changing Okay, how about now? Okay, we're going to see if it's working now. Okay, awesome. So, whatever you've been looking and working and healing on, know that is part of your path. For your current headspace, the Two of Cups. Are you working on love? Are you working on partnership? Are you working on, co-creating? Because I feel like you've been putting the work in on that, and I feel like that is you valuing yourself. Because I feel like the new relationship's going to come in when you realize you are the value. In the current environment is the Two of Wands, and for me, that Two of Wands is like, you know what you do want and you know what you don't want. The world is right there at her feet, but she's not taking the action towards that. And where do you need to do that? Where do you need to take the steps towards your desires? Because I feel like right now it's a time of waiting. But when the time is right, because we get the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Cups here and the Two of Wands, all of those are kind of a waiting energy. And we were talking earlier, if you feel like you're stuck, just wait. Transformation is coming with the Death card. Pluto moves into Aquarius November 19th. So November 19th, 20th, depending on where you're at. So we're going to say the 20th. December 20th, we're moving into the age of Aquarius. It will not be back in Capricorn for like 254 years. Long, huge period. The last time it was in Capricorn was when the U.S. was founded. So it's been there for a long time. Like the U.S. right now is in a very odd situation. We're just going to see how that goes. So you never know what's going to happen. So the Hopes and Fears card is the Empress. Like, you get to manifest what you want. What are you focusing on? Where are you putting your attention? Because you definitely get what you're focusing on. I feel like you've been growing something, and I feel like that something's going to change really quickly with that Knight of Swords. That's like quick energy. I feel like new clarity coming in about your path. Get a couple of cards for guidance. So if you've been feeling stuck, know that everything is happening in the exact right time. The first card out here is Inspired Action. And that's when there is nothing else you can do but follow that action. Know that you're being guided by Source. Like today, doing this video, guided by Source. It's like, okay, here we go. And, something new. I've been doing the Reiki. That's my something new. Be open to the new opportunities coming towards you. What opportunity is coming that you haven't taken? I feel like maybe you've kind of leaned into trying to make something happen. And when you pull back is when that something new is going to happen. I feel like you're trying to push something. All of this was about like, it's being stuck. I want to move forward. And it's not about in our time. And we get the card of Be of Service. It all starts with you. Be the change the world needs, and be confident, smile, shine your light. There's only one you. So, like, literally, as soon as I stepped into doing my Chiron work, I did that. I did a focus wheel. I made this statement to one person I was dating for marriage, and within a 2-week, I did all of those things within like a 4-week period of time. 2 weeks after that period of time, I met my now husband. So literally it does by like stepping into doing this Chiron work. I had, my reading that, my Reiki session that we did, it was like, okay, we're finding this energy with Chiron, maybe, and we were like, here, go take a look at it. Because Chiron is really relevant. It is, my guide Celia says it is the key. So we want to thank everyone for joining us. anybody that would like a reading, just say hello, and then after we get all shuffled up, my guide will start calling people. So welcome. Know that when we connect, we do connect with my guides, and your guides are always here as well. Yes. And unicorn and rainbow, we're going to start with you because Celia says you were the first one here. So, and yours is the person on my mind doing all right, or is she? Okay, yeah. Please do not spam my chat. We're gonna. Oh no. Okay. So. Yeah, that guy you put in timeout. Sorry, you just like, we're not doing that. I don't have a mod today, so we're just not doing that. If it becomes a problem, we'll just put on subscriber mode. Anyway, is the person on my mind doing all right? So you get the Sun card, you get the third chakra Archangel Samuel, and you get the card of contract, and you get carrying connection. So I would say that person is doing well, and we feel like they're thinking about you, and you definitely have a contract with that person. So we feel like you even know that you have a contract with that person. Hi, Divine Empathic Tarot. How are you doing today? Use these. Yeah. Did it mess the energy up? You still got great cards. We hear you got great energy, so keep up the work with that. The Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Five of Swords. I feel like one of you is holding on to something that's holding this back. Like that person's holding out. They can't move forward because they're holding this. Their feet are on the pentacles. Like they're so focused on the pentacles, they can't move forward. And I feel like that is the other person that's focused on the physical. Feel like your energy, High Priestess, working on your stuff, doing your work. Yay for you. Five of Swords, like I feel like you walked away from that energy a little bit. I feel like there was some shady stuff there. And, the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck, more chaos and conflict. I feel like that person was doing that, and you're just like in the right time. So, like, I feel like you're following your message, doing exactly what you should be doing. Then you get the Temperance and the Nine of Cups. So, by being patient and waiting and just focusing on you and not like chasing that energy, being patient is going to be the thing that brings you the thing you desire. With the Nine of Cups and the Three of Wands, both wish fulfillment cards. We love that for you. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So you're going to shuffle a little. I think it's going to go really well for you, Divine Empathic Tarot. I feel like that's saying that Temperance, like keep working on that balance, like think and send love, and then like have the balance of that. Think about that person and only think about them and sending love, and like if you're thinking I'm missing this person or any negative thought, it shoots them negative energy, and they already got enough, it looks like, going on. I feel like definitely that person may be dark night of the soul, but ultimately they definitely feel you. Definitely. So, and you know, you have a contract, just everything in the right time. So, Lisa, Divine Empathic Tarot, can we get you a card? Yeah, like, do you feel like that's your twin? So you says, you know, we attract that energy. So we, yeah, I know we still need to schedule something. You get the temple path and then door to romance. So where are you still blocking your heart? You're still you're still holding on to some of that stuff from the past. Like, I hear it's about being open, because then we get the happy family card and the angel of balance. So like, where do you want it to go? So, and then Lisa Reed, we will get you next. So. Hi, Stephanie. How are you doing today? Hi, Kelsey. How are you doing? Well, in there, like, it's in a cage and there's like a key there. So I feel like you have the key. The Empress is on the bottom of the deck, she says. And the Emperor. So I was asking about the twin flame thing, and those are the two cards for that. And honestly, I'll tell you, that twin flame thing is about triggering everything inside the other person so it can heal, because we don't heal anything unless we get triggered by it. That's just simply how it is. So I feel like he's probably mirroring this very same thing, like that same wound, the same wound you have, he has. Where is, do a focus wheel on commitment. Write down and see where you feel about commitment. Because I think it's all in your thought, because you get the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. I feel like definitely part of your path. I feel like that's the part where you're going to be the leader on that mission. When you get that healing of the heart, and you're like, I got to that place of, I love him if he's with me or not. And like that. And then that's the thing you're going to teach. That's the thing you're going to be the leader on your path. So we love that. Super good energy for you. And we're just going to say, you know, the new moon is this coming weekend, so Lisa Red, can you put your question next, please? Because that like full moon, new moon in Scorpio, it feels like full moon to me, because Scorpio is like so transformative. So the new moon in Scorpio is the first. So really strong energy to do that. And Kelsey will get you after Lisa Red, and then Stephanie. You are welcome. And when are we gonna when are we gonna do a live together? Send me an email. About relationship and love. Okay. So love and relationship release. Red. The whole time I was shuffling, Lisa, my throat chakra was just like so lit up. And the card that wanted to come out is that door to romance, and that heart chakra's blocked, and then you get carried connection. So as I was just talking to the last Lisa, ironic, we were talking about that, where is your belief with commitment in relationship? We don't always realize that we get what we believe. It's crazy that you think something and then it gets reinforced to you. It's always so weird that the backwards of what we always think. Okay, well, you start with the Hermit, which is sometimes about spending time up-leveling, upgrading, working on the shadow, because we get the moon on the bottom of the deck. And then you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. So 4 of our 6 cards are major arcana. So we're going to talk about that before even any of the cards. That means you're being super divinely guided towards the thing that's going to bring you into this place of independent financial stability. That person who is confident, is secure, is not guarding their heart. Still really that throat chakra activation with this Ace of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles holding you back from that. With the Star upside down, which I don't normally take upside down, but we're taking it with the Star, the Tower, and then the Emperor. So I feel like some healing's not been done. We're going to now say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 majors on the table. Definitely, Lisa, being divinely guided in love. I feel like as you're doing the healing, the other person will be doing the healing too. I feel like currently the other person has not done the healing that needs to be done. But we know in divine timing that will happen. So if it feels like there's a little bit of chaos and conflict, again, that 5 and 5 together, as you don't tolerate the energy, the Queen of Swords, like as you gain clarity of, I know my value. Oh, as you know your value, truly, that other person will know your value too. Do you know where your Chiron is? My guide says it's the key, and I feel like it's, it is the key on the birth chart for a reason, because my guide says the key to your inner child healing. A lot of times, if we have not healed that, we will repeat that. And a lot of times we see those patterns and cycles as children, and then we think marriage maybe isn't so great. Maybe, and then we actually, because you see that, then you model it. Craziest thing ever. So I feel like it's about you up leveling to know your value, and then that other person is going to reflect it back. I just feel like they've been holding back on their healing. see if we can get that to come in. Like, and I don't normally take reversals, but we're taking that one, being just in between the tower. And I feel like it's going to happen really quickly. That tower is going to happen when that healing happens. It's going to be like a simultaneous thing, I hear. So keep doing your work. And look at the shadow of what you're holding on to, because whatever that is what's holding you back. And I feel like you've been doing it, and I feel like you're close. And then, you know, and that, the key symbol. So, Lisa, do you know where your Chiron is? If you'd like a little more information about it, my email's below. Drop me an email. It's one of my guide's favorite things to work on. You just have to know your birth chart. If you don't have a birth chart, if you know the day and the time and the place where you were born, you can send me that information, and we'll pull your chart and we'll send you a copy of that. And then my guide will channel a little message for you. Because like that really moved love forward for me. So, yes. You are welcome. Stephanie, are you still here? If not, Kelsey, will I earn 70K or more with my potential new job? Okay. The woman holding the heart, she knows her worth. And I feel like the answer to that, Kelsey, will be yes. And you get the angel of balance. That's about knowing your worth and your value, and that being reflected back to you. So. Okay. And you get the King of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Lovers, which is again about balance for me. Kelsey, you know, also you are a messenger. I'm once again, my throat chakra being lit up. Stephanie, you can go ahead and drop your question. We'll get you next. But Kelsey, I feel like, yes, you can. I feel like being confident and being aware of your value is the thing that's going to bring it to you. Because being in your masculine, because I feel like that's the balance of your masculine, your feminine, because you get the angel of balance too. And then this again is about balance. So knowing your worth and being able to do the action of the job, but also being in your feminine to be able to receive that money. Like, are you able to receive? Do you know your value? Like, knowing your value is going to make it easily come to you. Like, totally, like, by knowing your value. Like, yes. And literally, I said those words, I've said that recently. I deserve better. And you know what? Totally do. And Kelsey, if you're ever looking for a Reiki session, I do energy healing sessions. You can also book those at the website. We do have them on sale right now for $55, regular $111. So anyway, and we're going to get a general for Stephanie, and we're going to switch decks. Stephanie, we're also for Celia says we're getting my guide says we're going to get you one from the other deck as well. So okay, and you get the card of intuitive journaling. and you get the card of unraveling. So, Stephanie, I'm guessing, as I know you're part of the Side Chicks group, that I know you're doing that. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. So keep doing it. Maybe something about like in the morning when you first get up, do that intuitive journaling, or ask a question, and then that can, like, what do I need to know, or what am I not seeing? Like when you get triggered, what am I not seeing, like, of this situation? And then, like, when else have I felt this way? Where, how do I want to feel instead? And like go through the process of like trying to figure out, do the unraveling through the journaling. Like, I'll pull a couple of cards, like my guy to wake me up in the middle of the night. I'll pull some cards. I'll look at those cards, and then I'll write down a few questions. And then I'll pull some other cards to get the answers to those questions. Or I'll do some writing or whatever I'm called to do that day. But like, to like, okay, what is the message they're trying to give me? Like, where is that? So I feel like something's trying to lead you to that guidance. So do some journaling. Okay. And for your underlying energy is that Four of Swords, doing the healing work of letting go of the past, which is just exactly what we're talking about. What part you're not seeing. And then you get the Emperor there with the Devil there. And that feels like, well, the Devil's like Capricorn karma. Stephanie, are you trying to bring love in? Are you trying to bring in this stability? Have you been getting like some toxic energy? Not like the King of Pentacles like you would like. Well, I still feel like this is somebody else's energy. I feel like this is like a masculine energy. Or are you being in the masculine energy and need to work on being in your feminine energy? There we go. The Seven of Swords, the Judgment, and the Star. And we're going to take one more of the High Priestess. So 3 out of the 4 are majors. So are you getting the messages? It's about walking away from the things that are toxic, that no longer serve you. As you've been doing the work, I'll tell you a little secret. Saturn has been in retrograde, which is like review time. Have you been, since the last retrograde, have you been, getting awareness on that? As you get awareness, you know what? Saturn goes like the 15th, I think, on the full moon. Saturn goes direct. Excuse me. Saturn brings you a gift if you've been doing the work. So, are you ready? I feel like the healing is about your throat. Like, wasn't having a throat chakra activation. Where do you feel like you can't speak your truth? I feel like a masculine energy is shut your throat chakra down. That is like super strong. Like, I feel like this is like somebody else's energy, like shutting you down. And that's for like all of these others are like, make me feel like younger energy and, more younger, fragile energy, to where that person's definitely like almost being manipulative in that. He's got the chess piece. And anyway, I feel like there's a lot of things trying to open for you. as soon as you let this go, like all of those, like that's trying to come in. When you stop caring what other people think, because a lot of that I think is caring what other people think. And when you let that go, like things are going to move really quickly forward because we get the Hanged Man, the Hermit, the Tower, and the Ace of Cups. So as you open your heart, all of that's going to change. I feel like your throat chakra is going to open up and you're going to step into being a messenger in a brand new way to teach the thing that you've learned to heal. So, and we're going to get you a card from over here. Definitely being divinely guided, like definitely being guided. Like, are you only focusing on the things you want, or are you focusing on the craziness of the things going on in, you know, around you? Because you get moonbeams, which is focus, and you get what you focus on. So like, I would change where my focus is. I would focus on something different, the healing part of your path, and then you get the moon maybe, which is intuition. We feel like you're pretty connected. I don't know if you always trust your intuition, but it's definitely trying to open up more to you with the High Priestess, the Hermit, and the Hanged Man, with the Star, the Judgment, and the Tower. You know, the Emperor and the Devil all on the table. So definitely being divinely guided, Stephanie. See how your guides want you to proceed, because you're definitely, this is progressing your path quickly, we feel. So LP, can we get you next? Do you have a question? I love my Light Seers deck. And yeah, Jenny, we'll get you next. Okay, I'm going to get you a general, but I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to ask you to delete that message because nobody else needs to know all that. And that's way more than we need for a general. So yeah, nobody needs all your info. Yeah, just no, it's just about, I mean, like I have my chat where it's not on there for the replay for that reason, but just if you, as you were here earlier, we had somebody kind of spam in the chat. We don't want anybody getting your information. It's just a, we are going to use, you are welcome. Yeah, stranger, absolutely. Okay, so we are getting a general for LP. And you get the card of Chop Wood. And you get the card of Loyal Heart. And you get the card of Come to the Edge. I love that. And we just normally call one person, maybe two. And we forgot to turn the Do Not Disturb on for spam. I feel about like your work cycle is like this chopped wood that's like always thing, and I feel like you're really loyal. I feel like if you're looking to change jobs, don't do it yet. I hear don't do it yet. Like be sure what are the best parts of your job, and know when you go to another job that you are moving right where you're meant to go. Everything is happening in the right time. Yeah. Like I would take the time to do the chop wood, which is clean up the energy. What do you want in this job? Oh, yeah. Like, what do you want? Like, do you want to be flexible? Like, what are your qualities you want in a job? Like, write that down. Like, my guide's always saying, like, well, I mean, my own deck, and one of the cards in that is write it down, because, like, another one is your words are powerful. Like, you get what you focus on. Like, write the best parts of the job down. Tell all the other jobs you've had before, thank you. Thank you for teaching me where I am now, showing me my worth and what I want. Like, yeah, like, you want me to tell you something about the pay recognition? You're going to get paid what you think you're worth. If you want to get paid more, you have to have more value on you. Where do you say no to people? Where do you like things that aren't good on your time? Like the other day, me and my husband were doing, we do a sound bath Reiki together. Before our session, we were supposed to have dinner with his mom. We have some differencing views on some things. So not always the best person to go out to do dinner with right before I'm going to do Reiki on somebody. I had a boundary. I said, I'm going to decline dinner. It's not the best thing for my energy. I set a boundary, had the amazing Reiki session. Set a boundary with myself. This is what I will and what I won't do for my energy. Where are you with that? Where are you showing the value of your energy? Like, you have to know where your value is. So something about setting a boundary by knowing your worth. But as you know your worth, like others will. I heard whatever you think you deserve, do it times 2. And then I heard another little trick to it. Say only in front of that number. Like somebody earlier asked about 70,000. Say it's only 140,000, and have that, because we always undervalue ourselves. So like I was listening to something the other day, and that was his tip. Say whatever number it is, say it times 2, and then put only in front of it, because if it's like only, like if you say only, because our words are powerful and our brain, our ego doesn't know if it's now or not. So if you say, I want only, like whatever it is. So guidance of the day. We're going to get you a couple tarot now. Yes, like only. And then you get the King of Swords and the Four of Cups. And on this Four of Cups, like they're trying to give him a gift, but he's focusing on the past. So like focus on something different. You get the Chariot, the World, the Strength, the Hermit, and the Ten of Cups. So yeah, that's why like take and have a different perspective of those other jobs that you've left. Like, what did each of those jobs teach you? They taught you to have confidence, to value yourself more, to have a desire. Like, this is definitely, whatever this job is being divinely guided to take you into a new part of your path that's going to take you to this higher level with the Chariot, the World, the Strength, and the Hermit. Like, that's huge divine guidance coming your way, guiding this path. Like, yeah. And like I said, whatever you think you're worth, times 2. And then see if that doesn't do something for you. And then we're going to get you also LP. Something new, inspire, which is be open to the new opportunity coming towards you. Inspired action, when there is nothing else you can do but follow that action. Know you're being guided by source. And with this, I feel like this place is, you're being guided there. Be confident, smile, shine your light. There's only one you. Let it be easy. Mantra of the day. If this is meant for me, let it be easy. True, true, true. Be happy. It is your choice. Smile, shine your light. And then you get the card of twin flame, which is split souls, dualities, and light workers. But twin flame is also about you being in balance with your masculine and your feminine, knowing the value of the work you do. Like, do you know your value? And then you get the card of family karma, because I feel like it's tied to your family karma, not knowing your value, which is generational and ancestral karma. So yes, you have to be masculine. Like, doing the work is the masculine part. Receiving the pay for it is the feminine part. If one of those is out of balance, you can't get paid. Or there won't be work. Like, it's about really finding the balance, and look at like your family karma with money. Like, and do a little journaling with that. Where is that? Like, Winnie, can we get you, yeah, you got to let that, everything is always working out. Like, it's going to be based on your value. Like, you're invited, this come to the edge is like, and then truth be told, it's like, what's in your heart? What is the value of you? Like, do you know your value? Jenny would like to know what kind of connection I share with B Pisces. What am I supposed to learn? Well, the first question I hear is, how's it going? You are welcome, LP. Connection, B Pisces. So does it trigger you a little bit? Sometimes those things, like, we don't work on things until we're triggered. And you get the card of contract. So you have a contract with this person, and you get the card of the sun. And with that, you get hostilities and broken heart. So I feel like it's been that way. And part of sometimes it's that way, those relationships to show you your worth. I had a relationship that was that way. I actually thought it was my twin. And then, you know what? When I was finally to the point of being, I deserve better, then I got better. Yes, I do. I feel like sometimes people are meant to teach us our value. Like, you get this hostility card, broken heart, deceit. Like, I feel like separation from that person is the thing that's going to bring you the happiness. In that thing right there, she's by herself, like, enjoying where she's at. Sometimes people have contracts to literally trigger us to show, so we learn our value. Like, so just as we were talking about LP, where is your value? Why would you let somebody treat you less than? And if you put that person on a pedestal, I promise you, every damn time, they're going to take advantage of you. Any person that you put on a pedestal. We are all equal. You get the world, and you get the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this, ending this cycle is the thing that's going to move you forward. And you get the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands in reverse. And like I said, I don't normally take reverses, but apparently today I am. So I feel like it's about letting the burden down and knowing your worth. You know that, and then that is the work, because that's the Eight of Pentacles. That is the lesson of learning your worth. Like, literally, like, my North Node in this lifetime is second house in Aquarius. which is about teaching the community the second house stuff, their self-worth, the things you value. There's nothing you should value more than yourself, like truly. Like when they say you're selfish, instead it's like, okay, don't serve me. Don't serve yourself, serve me. I feel like that means they're kind of being selfish. So, not always the best. Queen of Love and Divinity. Yes, ask your question. So he says, my guy's like, yeah. So, and yeah, there's seems like it's just us. So yeah, ask away. You are welcome. Have a wonderful day. Okay. Okay, well, you get the garden and the gate, which for me, she has the key around her neck. So you may feel stuck, but you're not. The key is there. The door to spirit, all tied up, envy, and community. And appreciation on the underline. I feel this relationship is about teaching you the strength about this person. I feel like this person is undervaluing you. I feel like with that community card, there could be third party with this all tied up energy. I feel like there's some other stuff going on. I feel like third party stuff. I feel like there's some other shady stuff going on. I feel like you have the key to free yourself. Like, if I'm not being appreciated, I'm going to just focus on me, because we're not saying necessarily go focus anywhere else. I feel like this person is causing you to be in this Eight of Swords, this Two of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, which is about pushing you on your path, and the underlying energy there is the Ace of Cups, which is about your self-love. And I can't help but notice the color on these two cards is very similar, which is that gold, which is that, do you know your value? Do you know your worth? Are you filling your cup up? Are you being loved? Are you being appreciated? Because I feel like this other person does not appreciate you and is maybe doing some shady energy. But sometimes things like that happen in our life to show us how strong we are. And the strength is about, if you don't value me, I have to take my energy somewhere else, because I deserve better. And I feel like right now you deserve better. And as you find that self-appreciation, that can be the thing that turns that cycle with that world right there underneath it. Sometimes we have to just say no to something to really move it forward. Crazy how that is. Hey Mel, how you doing? Hey Mel, I got a message for you the other day, channel, but I'm not one to reach out. But since you're here, can I give you the message? If you say no, I'll just keep it to myself. But if you're open to hear it, I will tell you. We're just saying, if you want it, we got it. If not, it's okay. We talked about you maybe having something with your energy. And I heard if you believe you can't get rid of it, then you can't, because you get what you believe and you get what you focus on. And I will say I have taken 4 now entities off in the last 2 weeks of people. So one was self-imposed. The weirdest thing. The negative thought patterns, like of something from childhood, caused this person to like literally have like a thing around their throat. It literally felt like a snake to me on my thing. So yeah, but I feel like if you believe you are more powerful of it, then you can't get rid of it. So it's what your thoughts are. So you can. I hear you can. So it's funny because like I haven't been doing the whole entity thing, but like the last couple of weeks, it's been like really pushed on me, like strongly, like something like newly opened up. So your words. There goes that throat chakra. Everybody today. That's why I brought the throat chakra candle. Apparently, that throat chakra activation. How is your self talk? How are you speaking to yourself? Like, how are you speaking about that? Oh, well, maybe I'm going to tell you about the one from today. Well, I did it, and then I did the channel message for her today about it. Her attachment came from here. Well, back. Story about me. When I was a child, one day at dinner, my mom told me I had to move. I had 3 sisters. I had to move because I was breathing too loud. Nothing about it, so I moved. But it was something to me. It really caused trauma to me. In fact, I became a shallow breather because of that one statement. Didn't know about it, put it off. Later on, doing healing, I come across that. Funny, for my wedding gift, my husband got me a flute so I could work on my breath. I love Dr. Joe's stuff because it's doing breath work. It wasn't even like that. You want to know how I figured out what it all was? My mom had allergies. She always had sinus headaches, was always taking Durastan. I remember as a kid, very, strong. I have allergies as an adult. You know what? My daughter has allergies, and so does my granddaughter, which is why I figured out, listening to her, sitting next to her, having dinner, she's got allergies, and you know what? So do I. And so I could let that energy go because it wasn't said in malice. It wasn't in nothing. I was just breathing loud. But as a child, I took that and thought I was doing something wrong. So I became a shallow breather. Crazy as that is. So I caused an attachment for me for a long time right around that area of my breath. So it wasn't meant to be mean. It was nothing in malice. It was just probably after a frustrating day and I was breathing loud. No big deal. I still breathe loud and it's okay. Most people don't even probably realize I breathe loud. Just to me, I do. So something about an attachment like with that caused me to have an attachment, because if you have negative thought, eventually that forms into something. That could be what happened, where this energy from you is like, this person's like, where did I pick this up? And I'm like, your own thoughts. That's what created it. Like, and until like I solved that, I couldn't get rid of that. So like now I do the Dr. Joe stuff, breathing. I have a flute that I play. So we get the magic of nothingness, which is for me about, meditation and going into the light and asking, and then become your own priority. Are you doing that? Where are you prioritizing yourself? I feel like you're trying to push to work, and like, I feel like you're pushing against like a brick wall, like when you relax into it, that it could really just, it's trying. Mel, how are your psychic senses? I feel like something's trying to really open for you with all of this. I feel like whatever that thing is what's blocking your gift. Mel, do you know about Chiron? It's the key symbol on your birth chart. My guide is Celia. Celia says it's the key symbol for a reason. It's a 50-year cycle. It's like the key to your inner child healing. It's, you know, the wounded healer. I started doing work on that, and that's how I found out about my wound. My initial, because that was like the initial trigger wound for me. So, mine too. You know where Chiron is right now in Aries. Do you know what degree it is? Do you know what house it is? I actually have a course on my website I give out all the time as my lead magnet. If you want, you can use it. Look at your like stuff. You can go to my website, crystal-intentions.com, and in my shop, I have a Chiron thing. You can use the code Chiron and you can get a free copy. And I will check on that to make sure that's still an active code, because yeah. So you should be able to go to the website and I will say Aries, mine's in Aries, and it's been in Aries for a little while. I can't wait till it goes into Taurus. It's finally moved far enough past mine. I'm not being activated, but it kind of retrogrades back and forth. And Aries is the wound of your childhood. Like Aries is the baby of the zodiac, so it's always something about like how, like myself. Mine's in Aries. Mine's in my third house, so you have to know which house it's in. And like that's how like you see like mine had affected my communication. So like my breathing, my communication, like me doing this was like such a thing. Like I started my channel 5 years and then stopped, or 5 years prior and then stopped and then restarted. Now I'm at like 2 years. And we're going to get you some tarot because all of that was now just channeled. So, the Tower. So we get the Tower, and then we get the Seven of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. And the Seven of Wands is about boundary. Are you protecting your energy? Because I feel like if you're not, are you having reciprocity? Are you charging enough for your sessions? That's your ego messing with you. Your ego only knows the past, and the ego is edging God out, and the ego tries to hold you back. Like, as soon as you trust, like, protect your energy. I can't say that enough. Protect your energy. Like, are you doing that? Like, I feel like all that's trying to open up. Like, as soon as you trust that you can let that go. And hey, Mel, you know what? I have a thing on my website where I do donation-based Reiki sessions. If you would like to send me any kind of donation, I'll do a Reiki session for you. I know you're resistant because you think it can't be taken care of, but I'm just going to say I've done 4 this week. So there's a reason you keep coming up on my path, I hear. So I'm going to offer you as a donation-based session. You can pay me whatever you want to pay me. Okay? let me know. Send me a thing. Because then you get the world. Like, I think it's going to change. I feel like this is something from your childhood. I feel like from your father, is what I'm getting. And then we get the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups with the Two of Cups. Oh, I think that's holding back. Oh, that's your, yes. I mean, seriously, do a session with me. If you want to, if you don't even want to donate and you want it for free, just book the session and I will do it. Because my guy keeps telling me to do a session for you. So, like, we're offering. You can do a donation or however you like to do it. But like, I feel like you're trying to bring this in. Like, that's super good what's trying to come in. And I feel like this is somebody you definitely have that Three of Pentacles. For me, is like me and Dave, me and my husband and my guide. I always say with that Three of Pentacles, us working together. If nothing else, give me a testimonial. But I feel like something really good, like as soon as you get out of this, like that's gonna like totally come in. Like that Ace of Swords is just mind chaos. So I feel like it can change like almost instantly. So, but my guy says you keep coming on my path for a reason. So it would be our pleasure to be of service to you. Like, I wasn't going to be here today, but here we are. So, Ultra Ego Wisdom, we will get you next. And thanks for joining us, Mel. Have a good day. We will see what comes out. We don't normally do that in a one question reading, but we'll just see what wants to come out for you. Oh yes, we're doing really good. And you get the card of the Fates and Serendipity. So both of those look really, really, really good. And then you get a leg up with Community. So don't be afraid if you need to help somebody, if somebody else needs a little help from you. And then the Soulmates card, which we love all of those. So I feel like the Fates are going to smile up on you. And both that Community and the leg up, you know, are about other people and working with the community. Are you ready to step into your work in the community more? Are you ready to, I hear, lead with your heart? You get the Hermit. Like, are you ready? Because you get the Hermit. The Ten of Cups. So those are both pretty good cards to have. 4 cards, you know, with the Hermit, with the Ten of Cups, with underlying as the Ten of Pentacles, the Death card, the Page of Wands, and the 8 of Swords, with the 9 of Cups. So if you've been having like a little stress or worry, like she's climbing off of that, but like really the whole situation's about to transform as soon as you decide to look at it a little differently. Whatever situation we feel is going on currently causing this is going to switch in like 3 to 4 weeks. Like and move into a different direction. You're going I hear a pivot point. In like late November, we do have Saturn going direct and Pluto going direct. And that's how we feel like things are going to move forward for you really quickly. After that, if you've been in a waiting period with your, sometimes that hermit is doing stuff alone. If you've been doing that, I feel like you're going to start spreading that word. Where are you communicating your mission? Because I feel like you're holding yourself back from what you need to do. Like, I knew I needed to start my YouTube channel. I did, and then I took all my videos down and waited 5 years. Where are you doing that? Because as soon as you decide to step into it, the fates are there, the serendipity's there, everything's going to work out. Like, the help will be there right for you. I have to ask Ultra Ego Wisdom, did you find me here? Or I'm also in a group and I posted my live in that group. Are you from that group or are you from here? Are you sharing your gifts? Hi, Mary. How are you doing? Oh, do you share your gifts? Do you have do you have a website? Are you doing the work? Where are you being the messenger? I hear you're a messenger. So where are you being a messenger? Do you have a YouTube channel? If you're not sharing your gift somewhere and you have your gift and you want to, I am, oh, beautiful. We love that. Keep sharing your gift. I don't look like my tea's all gone. So, is it Hira? Oh, excuse me. Oh. And you get the card of the precious present moment and fill up your cup. I feel like the cards are telling you it's, focus on what's happening in front of you, and filling up your cup. If you're focused on somebody's not doing something, you're making it where they can't. When you put it out there, when it's the right time, he'll do it. Then it'll happen. But if you are trying to push it and you're focused on it and you're like, why isn't he doing it? What's this? What's that? Every thought is projecting negative energy. So literally it's about in the right time, it'll happen. So you get the Lover's card. Sometimes it's about trust. We get the Lover's card, we get the Empress, and we get the Fool with the Knight of Wands, which can be in and out energy. And I feel like this is about taking, and I feel like, yes, but I feel like also if a man feels pursued, they run the other way. I feel like there is that's really good. The Empress and the Lovers is phenomenal with that energy. But a lot of times it's about trust and about timing. And I feel like you have to just be happy with where you are right now. Today is a blessing, and why are you rushing to marriage? Literally every day is precious. If you can't be grateful for where you are today, marriage will not make you any more grateful. Like, that's your ego. It's not your intuition. It's called your ego. Your ego makes you feel fear. Your intuition only feels love. Oh, yeah. I promise you, the thing that's not trust is the ego, 100%. And where do you have that pattern in the past? Because I feel like this can be like a brand new opportunity, like something brand new, something fun, something exciting. I don't feel like that's in any, like sometimes this card can be like mantra. If this is meant for me, let it be easy. Like if somebody feels like you're energetically pursuing them, they're going to run. Masculine energy does that. Be like, if he doesn't want me, 10 other people will. And that is the honest truth. You have put this person on a pedestal. And you know what? If you put somebody on a pedestal, you give them permission to manipulate you. When you fill up your cup, this person can come to you in the right present moment, like the way you want, like your value. Like, do you realize the catch you are? Like, do you realize the Empress? It's not about letting go. It's about if this is meant for me, let it be easy. It'll happen in the right time. Until then, I'm just going to, if you want to think about him in love, and then send love to him. If you think about why isn't he here? Why hasn't he called? Why hasn't he proposed? Why hasn't he this? Any of that, why hasn't he, is literally sending negative energy to him. It also is pushing away because that's masculine energy. Feminine energy is be the queen and wait for him to come. Men don't like to be chased. And when you do that, you energetically project energy at them. If you just honestly decide to focus on how good your life is and where you want to be with that and like live your best life now. Also, do you have space in your life for this person? Even if this is not the place you're going to live with this person, clear out a drawer for a person, clear out some room in your closet for a person, clear out one night a week so you would have room for date night in your life. Like, is there room for this person in your life? Do not contact him. Do not. Send love, think about love, think and have the thought, I want this person to be happy with or without me. And when you can get to that place of with or without me, it comes a whole lot quicker. But I feel like there is definitely like a strong connection and it's going to happen in the right time. This is definitely what you have manifested. Like, yeah, because you it's like, that's to trigger abandonment in you, which it does. It's not intentional, but you have that wound, probably from a past life, part of your karma to clear this life. Abandonment. And when that happens, it triggers your abandonment. And when you do that, you energetically chase. And when you energetically chase, that other person feels it. And the only time the masculine is feeling chased is when there is a wild animal chasing them, and then they're going to run. You have to be that place of you're going to have to show me and prove me you want me. Like, I know my worth. And if you don't show me you know my worth, there's nothing to go for. Like, you have to know my value. So trust everything in the right time. Like, you have the Empress and the Lovers there. So that like feels like that will work, but like in the right time. Like, you have to know your worth. So we hope that helps. Hakeem the Dream, thank you for the donation. We will get you next. What are Izzy's true feelings for Celia. Yes. You are welcome. Thank you. What are these? Okay. So we get the card of Broken Heart. Yeah. We get the Broken Heart card. But we get Door to Spirit. We get the Victory card. And in this card, that is healing. So if there's been some damage there, this is something we feel can be healed. And then you get the woman holding the heart with blossoming abundance on the bottom. This looks super good. I feel like if there's been, the card under that is deceit. So if there's been anything that's not been 100% above board in any kind of way, be upfront. Just like, I screwed up. This is what I did. If there's any of that, because I don't like that that's kind of lurking under there to be the thing that could mess that up. So if there's anything that had happened, Archangel Michael, like, speak the truth. Like, anything that's happened, are you speaking from your heart as well? Like, are you, I feel like, being guarded in your heart. But the overall blossoming abundance is like super good. My attention's called to this, Door to Spirit. Where are you on your spiritual path? Do you know you have the power to manifest joy and happiness? Like, truly apologizing and then changing actual behavior goes a long way with a person if there's been some of this brokenheartedness. But I feel like that person is doing the work and knowing their value. And I feel like as you know their value, which I feel like maybe you know now more than you did before, because we get the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords can kind of be like off with your head. And that's so she can gain clarity. Then you get the Six of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Page of Swords, which swords are all about the dang thoughts. And I feel like right now there may be no communication with this Page of Swords because of all of this chaos and conflict. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, knowing self-worth. The Strength card, the Lover's card, the Sun. And the Contract card of the Justice, and the Judgment card, and the Hierophant card, which is commitment. That is 6 major arcana in a row, which tells me you are divinely guided with this person. I feel like it's about you knowing your worth and that person knowing their worth, because we mirror each other. And I'm going to ask you, Hakeem, have you ever had any energy work done? I do Reiki. And sometimes we have something stuck in our energy. So if you're interested, you can book it below. It's on sale on my website for $55 right now, regular $111, to get some energy clearing. But I feel like this is super good. Like, the Strength card is about knowing the value. That card is also about going through transformation. The Lovers, what do I need to say about that? I do Reiki, but I do my own kind. I use crystals and singing bowls and a few other things, but I do energy clearing with Reiki. If you're interested, you can book it on my website. Um, just as a thought, I've been doing a lot of that recently, but those were for the outcome card for me, which, the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So I feel like what the separation right now is a good thing. Yes. Yeah. Time, space. You got to give her some space to heal, and you too. And whatever caused that, you have to own up to it. You have to take responsibility. Like taking responsibility goes so far. Like open responsibility. I did this, and I just ask for forgiveness if it works or not. But truly coming to that place of, I just would like you to forgive me, and ask for that and see if it doesn't change. Because I feel like there is going to be some separation, but I feel like it's coming back together in time. And I feel like that time is when you both know your value. Like that nine of pentacles is single, independent, stable, and it's for both of you. Like that place of being, I don't have to have that person. I don't need you. I want you. I don't need you in my life. I'm at that place of, I value myself enough to know that I can appreciate you and love you in my life, but I'm not to the point of need. Because when you're in that place of toxic need, codependency pushes away, repels. When you get in this place of really knowing your worth, and I would do that apology thing and be 100% sincere and say, I just want you to know where I am. I take responsibility. I want you to forgive me. If at any point in the future you move to a place where you want to just talk to me again, you got my number. And don't do it in a conceited way, in a begging way, just a matter of fact way. I want to apologize. I want to take responsibility. I am open for further discussion when you are ready. And leave the ball in her court. Do that. And then maybe say, do some work on you, knowing your value. I feel like you don't know your value. And as you do, because as you know your strength is when that's going to change, because she's going to mirror you 100%. That is the contract card of, marriage, commitment. Judgment is about when things are changed. The contract card of the justice card. I feel like you definitely have a contract with this person, and it's just not going to focus. So you put it in front of me and see if it'll focus. But I feel like you have a contract with this person, but I feel like it's going to be in divine timing, door to spirit. If you're interested in a Reiki session, let me know. Energy work does that. If you're interested in working towards more on your spiritual path, shoot me an email. We're always up for help and guidance. We do. You can get a reading and a Reiki session for $88 on special this week as well. I feel like you are personally getting a lot of messages. 9 of Swords. Are you being awoken in the middle of the night? Are you listening to those messages? I feel like that 9 of Swords is always for me those the eight of, the eight of Swords, the chaos and conflict. But in this, it has a little white bird. And I always call that little white bird my Celia bird, my guide trying to get a message to me in the middle of the night. And I think that's trying to help you too, because then we get the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. So if there was any kind of whatever caused the heartbreak, I feel like you just have to take the responsibility for it. And I feel like you have to see where the pattern of that is as well. Where do you have this pattern? Where has this pattern been in your family? Where's this pattern been, previously in your life? Because ultimately you get the sun and the blossoming abundance. So I think in the end, it's all going to work out. I think it's just about source's timing, not your timing. Sometimes we're meant to work on our spiritual path and get to a certain place and then come together with that person. Like with mine, I did a lot of my Chiron work. I did some other things. And then that really brought me into a place of being like, okay, and then my person came in. So thank you for the donation. We greatly appreciate it. Like we said, if you're interested in a Reiki or another reading, just check out my website, Brendan, or at crystal-intentions.com. And then Brenda Olson at the top is where my services are located. So, see. With that, we've been on almost an hour and 40. We are going to take a break. I will be back later to do some more readings. We would like to thank everyone for joining us and have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.